So we're going to be diving into some of the latest news regarding Tron and the BitTorrent chain, starting with the end of July, heading into this month of August. Now, if you've been with me any amount of time on the channel, then you know I'm a big fan of Tron as well as BitTorrent. So we're going to be first starting off with the BitTorrent news just because we have a little bit less to cover, and then we're going to dive into Tron right after this. Alright, so BitTorrent is now coming up on its first full year since the BitTorrent chain has been into existence, and basically what we're going to be covering for them as we look at Twitter, they got a couple new listings which I think does help, expand it to get to more investors. Now, of course, we know how we feel about exchanges. You don't want to keep, assets on exchanges. However, if you're using some form of fiat, sometimes you have to use an exchange if you don't know other alternatives. Now, as you can see, it is now listed on Kraken, which is a top 20 exchange, and then they were listed on one of these smaller exchanges, but by Economy here, which is a Canadian exchange. And then if you look here, they've kind of upgraded, which honestly I'm kind of glad they did, making it more user friendly, and I kind of like the new outlook of the BitTorrent chain. Now, if you want to know how to use this, I put out a video maybe close to a year ago, not sure exactly how far, but I actually go over the full BitTorrent chain on how to use it. So definitely check out that video if you have any questions. So real quick, looking at the BitTorrent chain, just a brief quick glance. Here are some of the applications. If you click on these, it's going to take you right over to it, or you can hit the wallet, bridge, staking, converter, or the BTT redenomination. So it makes it very easy, and you can click on these hyperlinks here, which would take you over to any questions you may have regarding this. So now we're going to be talking about some of the Tron latest news, and I was going to make these into two different videos, but I was just like, let's just put it both together, because in my opinion, everything that Tron does, I don't think it's going to just result in helping BitTorrent chain and BTT. However, I do think Tron's success inevitably will help BTT. So let's briefly look at some of this Tron news. So looking at the first piece of news for Tron, we have USDC available globally on the Tron blockchain, which they have third dominance on USDC behind Ethereum and Solana. And with some of those problems with Solana, I can see more people coming over to Tron. However, I'm still bullish on Solana long term. Now, this integration allows for fast and affordable transactions of the number 2 stablecoin in circulation, and number 1 is USDT Tether, which we know Tron has the most dominance. Now, if you look here, why is this important for Mercury, right? Because this is a huge global crypto on-ramp and off-ramp, if you're trying to use stable coins, right? So this is big. This is just giving more exposure for people to use USDC instead of using other chains that may not be as fast or may not be as cheap. So the next thing we're going to be looking at here is the WireX listing introducing TRX, the native token of Tron DAO. And if you look here are 3 fast facts on TRX, which I'm not going to read these, but one thing that I do want to highlight is right here, number 2. Real estate firm XRE Global will register its properties on the Tron blockchain and accept TRX as a payment method. Now, I want to say this isn't anything new. This actually came out 2 years ago, back in 2020. However, the seed is planted. So we could see some of this start to come out, as more development, as things unfold with regulation. So I think this is big because Tron already has that open door to real estate, which a lot of people don't even know. And if you look here, of course, if you didn't know, Tron has the partnership, which was back in 2019 for Samsung Galaxy store. Now, let's go ahead and look here. Now we're getting into the USDD stablecoin. Now, a lot of people, when I put out the video just breaking down what the stablecoin was, people are like, Mike, why are you talking about this? Well, I talk about Tron, I talk about BTT, and if they're launching, something new that I think is relevant to the ecosystem, hey, I have that right to talk about it, right? So now, as we can see, at the time, it did get unpegged down at 92 cents, and it's actually fully repegged to $1, right? And so when it's still over collateralized, and if you look here, you can see the integration of PSM can easily realize a stablecoin swap, which will ultimately help to improve the overall liquidity of the DeFi ecosystem. Why is this important? Let's look here. What is PSM? PSM stands for the Peg Stability Module. It is a stablecoin swap tool launched by the Tron DAO Reserve, and users can swap USDD and USDT Tether at a 1-to-1 ratio. But check this out. The reason why this is so important, because you can actually do this with no slippage and 0 fees. So if I want to put in 100,000 here, right? I'm able to get 100,000 back with no fees, no slippage. That's very important. Then you look here. As the latest monetary policy tool launched by the Tron DAO Reserve, PSM helps keep the USDD peg close to $1 during times when USDD demand outrips USDD supply. And if you look over here, here's the total supply of USDD. We can see it's currently, according to the Tron DAO Reserve, it is 319% over collateralized. And here are the assets that they're using to back it. They have TRX, Bitcoin, USDT, and USDC stablecoin. Now, as you can see right here, if we look at the market, it's up about 1% today. If we move down, we got Tron, the 17th largest cryptocurrency, so still a top crypto and one of the top blockchains as well, which I've been saying it for a long time. And if we move down for BitTorrent Chain, BTT, it is the 58th largest crypto. So we can see that Tron and BitTorrent are still top cryptos in the space according to, market cap rankings. And so I just wanted to share some of the latest news regarding BitTorrent Chain and Tron. So in the future, I still believe that Tron is going to be a dominant blockchain, and I believe that some people are still not going to like Tron, but they're going to use it anyway because it's going to be one of the best options. For example, let's just look at Ethereum. How many people actually dislike Ethereum but still actually use the blockchain? And I believe the same thing is going to happen with Tron, and I believe inevitably that can also help lead a little bit into the BitTorrent chain if they continue to keep developing it and adding more chains, because right now they have, the top chains, of course, Ethereum, Tron, and the Binance Smart Chain, which are the top three when it comes to total value locked and stable coins, right? Except for Solana. Solana has second dominance in USDC, but regarding that, Tron is one of the top blockchains. And so I believe that it's going to be one of those chains that people are like, hey, I'm just going to use Tron, because if you think about it, the number one stablecoin still today is Tether, and the most dominance is on Tron. Tron has over 80% of that dominance just on the Tron blockchain alone. And so with all that being said, if you're part of the TRS community, if you're part of the BTT community, let me know down in the comment section. Let's see how strong we really are. Do you agree with what I said in this video? Do you disagree with what I said in this video? And if you do disagree, that's completely okay, but give me some facts on why you disagree, right? Because a lot of times, we just hear a scam, and that's okay to have that mindset to a degree, because you do want to be cautious in crypto, just the things that constantly keeps happening in the space. And so I get that to a degree, but if you do disagree, just let me know, with the conscious mind, why you do. And it's completely okay. You know what I mean? If you dislike Tron, that's fine. If you do like Tron, that's fine, but at the end of the day, this is a project and a blockchain that I believe is going to be here when the smoke clears. So this is why I talk about it. If you dislike it, hey, I apologize. Just watch the other videos I put out, smash the like button on your way out, and I'll catch you on the next one.